Appreciate y'all been on Instagram.
Yep.
Go ahead on
Start.
Giants
Yep.
Den. Sorry. The Good News Radio app. Download that. We'll be live on there as well. Is this better for you? Stay tuned.
Go ahead and start. All right, go ahead.
Live.
Get started here. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Because y'all already in. Yeah, everybody.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Feeling like ice cold.
Feels good to be back.
Yes, it does. It's not our first time. We're not new to this. We true to this. Shout out to the Good News. TGN Talk. We in here, man. Live from the den. This episode is brought to you live from the den by the Giants Den Leadership Network for Black Men. The Giants Den is a diverse group of extraordinary Black men from diverse professional backgrounds, upbringings, and industries. If you're looking to strengthen your personal professional network, if you're a Black man looking to take your life to the next level, visit thegiantsden.org to apply for the May 1st deadline.
Yay. Welcome, man. This is great. This is the big homies. We bring a big energy from live from the den. And this show is really designed for people that are looking to elevate their lives, bringing dominant energy in every space, from mental to physical strength, relationships, career, business.
Yeah, I mean, if you are someone who's really serious about surrounding yourself with the people, the ideas, and perspectives that's going to get you to another level, allow us to be a part of that journey, right? Allow Danny and myself, Devontae Green, super excited to be here, to be a friend to you, be a big homie in a sense, to just be a homie. I ain't got to be bigger than you.
Right.
You feel me? Today's show topic, we're actually talking about taking care of business.
Yes, indeed.
TCB. Taking care of business.
And it's multiple components to that. Like, there's multiple perspectives to that, but we're going to do exactly the essence that we told you. We're going to bring homie essence to you to give our perspective on what taking care of business is.
Yeah, so just again, thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't heard of the Giants Den before, if you have never heard of Devontae, if you've never heard of Danny, I would love, before we get to taking care of business,
yes,
just to share a little bit about who we are. Why do we have a show? Why did the Good News say, like, I know y'all cool, y'all can come on here, y'all can have a show, right? Because everybody's not getting shows on the Good News. We understand there's real big things happening over here. Grateful for the platform. And if this is your first time tuning in, or if you're somebody who rocked with us before, please allow us to introduce ourselves. Would you like to go first, D?
Allow me to introduce myself. I appreciate that. And on top of introducing ourselves, let's talk a little bit about, also what's happening and what we got going on as well.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, so my name is Danny Crumble. I'm really just in the space, man, of just being appreciative of the Good News Network, being able to partner up as friends, as homies, to return to this space, to offer perspective, to just deliver some information and gems to the way we doing it. So I just wanted to say that first and foremost. But yeah, man, I'm just out here right now. I wanted to just tell the people that I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. A little nervous, but I'm excited.
Who the fuck? Well, I'm just kidding. Now, I can't let you get off like that, though. You got to tell them who you are. They still don't know who you are.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm a dad. I'm a friend. I'm Danny Crumble, man. I just feel like I'm a cool kid from Inglewood that just really living his life from a perspective of learning and living. And the show topic today is talking about handling the business, understanding where I'm come from, and understanding how I can grow. Currently, I am a grad student. I'll be going to grad school in the fall for counseling, and I'm just an advocate, man, for just getting better and growth.
Absolutely, man. Huge salute to you.
Appreciate that.
Mr. Danny Crumble. My name is Devontae Green. I'm the co-host of Live from the Den, also the founder of the Giants Den, 32-year-old father, husband from Inglewood. So I've been able to see a lot. And I know, folks, we all have different experiences. So with all due respect to every perspective and experiences there, I feel like mine is unique in that I've been able to see some of the underbelly of our society, right? But I also been able to experience some of the luxuries of our society as well. So I just really want to bring that holistic perspective from my viewpoint and share it with you all. I'm an avid learner, so I spend a lot of my time like as a student, not just formally, but informally. I do a lot of YouTube University, a lot of living. I've been able to build a business. I've been able to take chances on myself that have proven to be beneficial, not only for myself, but for the community. So this platform is a real privilege to be able to bring those learnings and things that we're also figuring out ourselves, and discussing right here with you all. So if you are listening, if you're listening through the app, hopefully, if you're listening through another platform, be sure to get the TGN app. That's where you can hear the best quality sound, and you'll be able to get this, not only this show, but a lot of shows nonstop. So we ask that y'all participate in the chat. We love to hear from y'all.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. And just to run it back, bro, I just thought it was hilarious. So when you talk about the show topic, taking care of business, I was trying to do that right now with all of these different modalities that's happening right now, trying to run the keyboard and do all this. So it's exciting also that, to be in the space, but just highlighting you again, bro, in that introduction of dynamic leader, once again, founder of the Giants Den, and for those that just take a quick time. I know we gave introduction, but just real quick, talk about what the Giants Den mean to you, just because I personally I love when you tell it.
Oh man, first off, I am the founder. Danny's the co-founder of the Giants Den, right?
Yes.
We started this thing together. We've been invested since 2019. Just a little bit of history about how that got started and where we are today. The Giants Den got started from a place of necessity, but also this place of wanting to create a safe space for men like ourselves, Black men who are experiencing isolation due to the journey that we were on, trying to be trailblazers, pioneers in our lives and our careers. For us and a lot of folks who we knew, they were going on to graduate college, they were going on to travel the world, they were going on to be parents, and just do great things in their career, or just for the community.
Right.
And as much as we see those type of folks and we congratulate them and we pat them on the back and we give them all this praise, don't stop doing that. I think that's great. We also have to acknowledge that those folks are fighting a fight that they're not often able to talk about or have a place to retreat and recharge. So the Giants Den came because it was important that if we want to continue to grow or have folks from our community grow in these areas that will ultimately propel us to a different level, we have to be able to make sure that they don't get burnt out on the journey. And it's a hard journey. We still in it, so
in the mix right now.
So the Giants Den really started because we needed a space for that. So back in 2019, we started as a series of brunches, right? Just having a brunch where we facilitated some really in-depth conversations that allowed us to go past this superficial conversation that mostly happens when you're in these networking spaces. And through just the energy that was shared in that space, there's only 9 of us that showed up and 3 kids. But it was a really fly brunch that we did in Hollywood, inspired by the Rock Nation brunch. So people came dressed fly. We had a private little area. Sorry, I'm a little hiccups.
It's all good, bro. It's going well.
So we did the brunch, facilitated great conversation based off of team building strategies and some of the group learning that I had did over the years in my career. And it became, at that point, once we left, it became a responsibility to continue to have this space available for us. And that went from 9 people to now we have a paid membership community of over 40 members. And we launched that was in 2019. We didn't have a membership organization at that time. We were doing events, just one-off type events.
Right.
And then 2020, in August, the height of the pandemic, we launched our membership community. So we started in 2020, our membership community, and here we are today. We do workshops, we hold men's groups, we hold events. Yeah, so that's where we are today. And just having a platform really to bring those conversations, that information that's shared in that space to you all, because we feel like it's valuable.
Absolutely, bro. I appreciate you sharing that in that from that perspective. And if you think about all of those different things, those different journeys that each person have within the den, right? We can now answer better about the question or the topic of taking care of business. You know what I mean? Because you can have a different outlook, you can have a different way what you feel like what's taking care of business. You can have so many different analogies, but at the end of the day, what is taking care of business? When we look at it and when we conceptualize that, that can be a broader general statement, in the sense of when we thinking about it, because you can be working and thinking you taking care of business. And, I think it's no right or wrong, it's perspective, and there's levels to, to handling business and taking care of business. So as you think about the the subject. And please feel free to tune in within the chat and give your perspective as well. But as we think about this, what is taking care of business?
Oh man, I think again, like you said, it's broad, so
Mhm.
perspective definitely plays a role.
Right.
When we thought about this topic for the show, we're having conversations with a lot of men.
Yeah.
We also have a lot of conversations with women, but most of our deepest conversations with a lot of folks are coming from like the men's perspective, right? Taking care of business to me means whatever your goals are,
Mhm.
whatever whatever challenges are in front of you that are preventing you from, achieving something, accomplishing something, feeling the sense of peace. You gotta tackle whatever it is.
Right.
So taking care of business to me is not running from those things that are going to help you to build a stronger foundation for yourself and yours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's that's my
Yeah.
my definition.
No, and it's cool because if you think about the opportunities and the conversations we do get to have with other men, a lot of times that can be it can be blockage there, based off of ego. How you handle a situation or how you respond to a situation can be very dictative of where you are. You know what I mean? So most times I see when people are not handling a business, and it's not my perspective, but it's something like you said, something that they was giving themselves. Like, this is my goal sheet, and they fall short of that goal sheet, right? They start to feel a little less confident, or they start to feel like a way about somebody that may be taking care of their business in the effect. Yeah.
I will also say most times you ain't taking care of your business, you ain't got no goal sheet.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's levels. There are levels to this, right?
Yeah.
There's like, oh, I fell short of what I had planned for myself, but then there's just not having a plan for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like coming from where we come from, there are people who like literally just hope shit goes well.
Man,
I really hope, man, I just really hope this money. I just hope that I get rich. I just hope that, the rent don't come this month. I hope that the car don't break down. I hope the police don't pull me over. I hope that my baby mama ain't tripping. It's like, yo, you can hope, or you can just take care of what you need to take care of to ensure that those things don't happen.
Right.
Or at least lessen the likelihood. I don't have no driver's license, bro, for a long time. Again, I come from a certain place where taking care of your business was not the thing. We kind of patched everything together in a sense of like, oh, they looking for you, just hide. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's a red notice. Don't open those. Landlords at the door, ignore it. That's where I come from. So like, it took me a lot of reconditioning to get my mind around like, no, that's not the way to go. And when I saw people taking care of their business as a young 20-something-year-old guy, I was like, oh, you don't even gotta do that. I was looking at people like, you ain't gotta pay that ticket. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, pay those people back.
It'll come back.
Your credit, bro. Who cares about credit? Get some money. That's how I felt.
Man.
And then what happened was I didn't have a driver's license for a long time because they wanted a whole lot of money. And coming from no money, any money they wanted was a whole lot of money, right? So I would for years, bro. For years, I would drive with so much anxiety that the police will pull me over and I'll go to jail for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Until I can see the judge on Monday.
Been there.
And I didn't have any issues with the police, right? But I had so much anxiety, driving, nervousness. And I was like, bro, you got the money to get your license.
And that be
take care of your business. And that way we see the police, you hit them with a head nod, you asking for directions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not sitting here with the shiver. Now I'm still a black man in America. That comes with a certain level of anxiety, but mine was coming from these unpaid tickets. You feel me? And it was like you can watch over your shoulder and look around, or you can just go ahead and eat the frog and take care of the business.
Definitely, man. A lot of people don't want to eat the frog because if you think about that in the essence of that, right? You say like you got $10, and you're supposed to pay whatever thing with that $10. It's like, okay, I got a parking ticket here. I gotta go get something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, not saying don't feed yourself, or I'm about to go buy buy something to drink. I'm about to buy some alcohol. Like, it's decision making at the end of the day. You talked about what you seen environmentally, your idea of taking care of business, or your idea or vision of what you thought taking care of business was, but it really wasn't. It was like for myself, I had these illusions of what I thought taking care of business was, or what I thought, being a man was, or what I paint these things, and I learned a lot of lessons from mistakes, from actively doing things, and I had to learn the hard way. You brought up not paying your parking. I never thought the parking tickets would catch up with me, bro.
Oh man,
I I get a ticket and be like, ticket, smicket. We ain't worrying about no ticket. But at the end of the year, because I have to take care of business and I'm trying to renew my registration, I got mad at other people for wanting to tow my car because I got $2,000 worth of tickets that's unpaid for. You know what I'm saying? Then it comes a level of accountability and responsibility that comes with that. Understanding, like, no, you how you gonna get mad at somebody else for not taking care of the things you're supposed to take care of? You know what I'm saying?
If I may, bro.
Yes.
If I may. And it's so interesting being on this side of taking care of your business, right? Because when you become more of a go-to person, a responsible person, people come to you when they not taking care of their business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to get your car towed, right?
Mhm.
I definitely had some car towed in my day for parking in a space that I shouldn't have parked in or whatever. That doesn't then become somebody else's emergency.
Mm-mm.
So a lot of folks don't take care of their business, and it's just like dependency on other, like, or this expectation that other folks are now supposed to drop whatever they're doing and get, go into their resources, go into their time to make up for you not taking care of your business,
bro.
So I think that's so wild to see on this side.
And it is like my aunt, her birthday is in April, my auntie Portia, and she always do these extravagant parties like every year. And I'm all for people celebrating their birthday and doing it how they do it. And she like breaking it down, and she like, yeah, this is gonna be 6,000, but when you split it amongst 20 people, I just knew I wasn't 20 people. You know what I'm saying? Don't count me in, and it's no love loss. I just understood that it's a responsibility of having my business now. I just moved. So therefore, all my funds have to be allocated towards the things I need to take care of. That wasn't a thought or even a decision, 6-7 years ago. I'm going to party. I've seen people literally take months of rent, knowing that they have months of rent in their livelihood, and then go like, oh, you know what? They go to Dubai. They go to Dubai on a discount. Your rent, you know what I'm saying? That's taking care of business or the things that we need to know that'll uphold us. I'll say that most times taking care of business equate to the shit that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Eat the frog.
Eat the frog. You don't want to eat the frog.
What do we mean by that, D? To let the people who maybe not know. I know you can maybe infer, you know what I'm saying? But what do you mean when you say eat the frog?
So for myself, most people, like you spoke to earlier, some people sit around and hope. I've seen them. They hope they'll kiss a frog and thinking it'll turn to a prince. Not knowing you're supposed to eat this. You're supposed to eat this bad boy. This is something that's very uncomfortable. You think about eating a frog. You're not gonna want to eat a frog, but it's necessary. You need to do it. Nobody want to eat the frog. Nobody.
That's a fear factor.
I did see a video of somebody tearing the frog up. That was
that's some frog legs in Paris, but that's different.
Guts of a frog. No, but nobody want to eat the frog, bro. And so it's like doing those things that are necessary, that are actually the responsible thing. I'm gonna just keep using that thing. Like that's that for myself in that perspective. Like that's my homie perspective that I'm giving today. It's like do the responsible thing because it'll be worth it over all the other things that you think that are instant gratification or things that may not hold up. If you do the responsible thing, it'll compound into some stuff, and you're gonna keep working to get what you want anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely. Eat the frog. I remember Keith. Shout out to Keith, founder, CEO of the Good News. Also our best friend. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I remember his dad, coming up, his dad always had this picture in his office of this bird eating a frog, but the frog choking the bird out. You know what I mean? Trying not to get ate. But it was like about fighting. You know what I mean? But when I think about eating a frog, I also think about getting the shit you don't want to do done early. I don't know about you, but I'm a human. And what I be feeling sometimes is like, damn, I got this thing coming up later I really don't want to do. 3 o'clock, I got this thing. Or tomorrow, I got this thing. Why not do it right now? Why wait till 3 o'clock? Why not wake up and get it out the way? So for somebody hitting the gym might be eating a frog.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody, making that phone call might be eating a frog. You know, eating healthy might be, it's really doing the thing that you don't want to do as soon as possible. Because there's so much pain, I think, that comes from waiting to do stuff that you don't want to do. It's not about to go away. You're about to torture yourself.
You just building more anxiety.
More anxiety.
Especially if you got to do it anyway.
They talk about the airplane going up. And I haven't, shout out to Willis. I was just talking to him the other day about him jumping out of planes. But my man who slapped Chris Rock, Will Smith, like I don't know him. Like, yeah.
my man.
My man's Will. He was explaining before he slapped Chris Rock, he was talking about, the plane going up. And as the plane goes up, when you're about to jump out the plane, it's like the most nervous time. Even when you decide that you're going skydiving, you're nervous all the way up into the point of you going to sleep like, damn, I'm going skydiving tomorrow. And you can't sleep like that. You wake up like, damn, I'm going skydiving today. You get on a plane like, whoa, we going up. And you nervous. Your stomach feels and everything. They open the door. You really like, oh, I'm about to jump out this plane. I can't believe it. You super nervous. And then he says, once you jump, all of that goes away.
Yeah.
The anticipation of jumping out of the plane was more exciting in the sense of like how his emotions were ebbs and flowing, like ebbing and flowing, right? I ain't heard it like that, ebbing and flowing, than the actual act itself. And if you have something that's on your schedule that you're not looking forward to, or just making you nervous, that anxiety leading up to it can be way more. Most of the time, it's going to be more, like you said, anxiety. I keep using anxiety, but yeah, you're going to be way more.
You're going to allow the pressure to burst that pipe. And if you know it's coming down the line, you might as well face it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like so when I was during my undergrad, I was a little older, so I was a non-traditional student. I went back like in like mid-20s. So I didn't have as much time. I had no time to party and nothing like that. You know, I didn't have responsibilities. So I tried my best to take care of business as much as I could. And I noticed my first semester during finals, people would be in the library shitting bricks. And it wasn't the fact that you can have a little bit of nervousness, right? You can have a little bit of anxiety. It's finals, everything come riding on this. Technically, it don't. It's really 30% of your grade. So if you was handling your business, you got a C to start with. So I would see a lot of people just like crying and I'm like, man, what's going on in here? Like it's a library. What's going on? The pressure and anxiety built up so much that it was beginning to crack them. Because throughout the whole semester, they wasn't taking care of no business that they were supposed to take care of. I'm thinking I'm going crazy because why am I walking around here? Oh, because that paper that you got at the beginning, that was 20 pages, you started it the week of. And you kept turning it in. You kept turning it in. You was done a month before everything else. So now everybody looking up trying to write 20 pages in 20 hours. That pressure will break you. It's got to be done anyway. So you might as well eat the frog, take care of the business, because it's gonna happen anyway. It is not the easier thing to do. It's not the sexy thing to do. When it comes to eating a frog, but it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You took care of that, and that's something that's off your plate, and you build enough skills that's gonna continue to work in your favor anyway.
And the confidence, like you said, bro, you was able to walk around doop. The confidence that comes from taking care of your business can't come from nowhere else. When you're taking care of your business, that confidence, you can't buy that. Can't nobody tell you, no matter what compliment you get today, taking care of your business is going to be the ultimate, the ultimate. And that could be whatever goal you have. So if you trying to walk around,
hey,
it's important that you take care of the business. Now, it's easier said than done. We not on here like acting like we out here just eating all the frogs every day.
Not at all.
But if you running from the frog,
the tadpole.
If you running from the frog becomes your God. The frog rules you. Frog see you like, oh shit, they go to frog, and you run. The frog is a bully. How do we address bullies? Head on. Hey, bully, if I get knocked out or not, we're gonna see what's up right now. We talked about this earlier, D?
Absolutely.
The movies where or the shows, or maybe even your real life, bully says, me and you after school, 3:00. You be first period, like, damn, 3:00, I'm gonna get my ass. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you can fight. At 3:00, now you got to go and prepare to fight.
You got to go battle.
Let's fight right now.
Why am I wasting time?
Because being in class, not being able to focus on any of my work. And I'll use a personal example. I went to Gardena High School, 9th grade, first semester. And I was from, Clicks was really big, right? cliques was big. So these are baby gangs. These are they all later became full blown gangs, or they got they got acquired by a gang. You know what I'm saying? So acquisitions, mergers and acquisitions out here in the gang life. But I remember at lunchtime I was gonna get put on to this clique called Wise Guys, and that was like third period. I'm somebody who, you know, this wouldn't be my first fight, but I knew that you had to fight multiple people. There was a big circle of guys, and you just whoever stepped out into the middle of the circle, you had to be ready to fight them. So, guys, but I wasn't worried about that as much. But in class, I couldn't focus the whole time. I'm like, damn, I got to make sure. Okay, how's it gonna be? Like, all right, they hitting hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They hitting hard. Who gonna hop out? You know what I mean? Like, how's this gonna go? The whole time I'm worried about this thing that I signed up for. I signed up to be a part of this clique. Now I get out there, and everybody, like, oh yeah, it's lunchtime, let's go on. And you know, things turned out well, but at the same time, I didn't learn nothing in class. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I wasn't focused at all.
The wood, bro.
Because I had the wood, exactly.
Stacy gonna be after school. My brother go you up.
Yeah. So like, don't run from the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Stop anticipating bad things. Stop putting struggle on our schedules.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you got to do it, if you're a morning person, get it done early. You know what I mean? Get it done early. So that's something I really thought was a valuable lesson when it comes to taking care of business. And that's eating the frog. Taking care of business, getting that thing done that you know that you're capable of doing, that you know you want to do, and just make it happen. But yeah, man, take care of business. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. Before we end the show later on, we want to make sure we give y'all some tools and some strategies around prioritizing or how you can actually take care of your business in a structured way.
With the steps. And remember, OG Mike socked Stacy first in the wood.
He did. And he got respect too.
He got respect.
Yeah, the little nigga got heart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, commercial time. Oh man.
Okay, you hit that on you. Press that off.
Custom cake designs to fit any special occasion. Your cake will be the talk around town. From sushi cakes to perfume bottles, everything is always edible with flavors like Oreo, banana pudding, and our top flavor, strawberry shortcake. I can't miss. Order your special cake today by email at flourandsugarla@gmail.com or visit our website at flourandsugar.store. Or if you want to see new design, follow us on Instagram at _flour_and_sugar_.
Hey, heathens and hoes. It is the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante from the Get Right Radio Show. Here to remind you that you should check us out every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on TGN Talk. If you ain't going to church, you need to get right somewhere. So get right or get left.
Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, email contact@tgnradio.net for more information.
What's happening, family? It's Dre, aka Big Draco. Be sure to tune in to We Don't Make the Rules live on Sundays at 5:30, only on the Good News Radio app.
Find it on TGN Sports.
Yo, Jerry, what you sipping on?
You already know, Mike. It's Michelada time. Flavorful, handcrafted Michi mix to top off with your favorite cerveza. It will have you saying, wow, baby, at every drink. Michelada time is freshly made in small batches, bringing you the perfect Michelada every time.
The streets are talking, Jerry. That Michelada time is liquid gold. Where can I find it?
Check out our website at www.micheladatime.mix.com. That is MICHELADA timemix.com. Follow us on Instagram at Michelada_time for news, products, pop-ups, and store locations.
Say less. I'm on it.
What up? It's Jay Pinkay from Limelight Live. Make sure you catch us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern on TGN Talks, where we're talking creative news and reviews, and I'm just pretty fun to talk to. Holla at your boy.
Oh my God, do you really know? Do you really know who you are, what you want, how to get it? Or are you just living to exist with drama-filled relationships, bored, unfulfilled desires, and now lack has become your hashtag? The difference between a spectacular life or an ordinary one is merely 15 minutes of discovery. Choose to live a fulfilled life narrated and created by your design. Book a 15-minute free consultation with Coach Zena, transformational practitioner specializing in human design.
Yes, indeed. We back live from the den. Danny Crumble, Mr. Devontae Green. And we back. And we talking about taking care of business. We ended that last commercial on just giving our analogies of like just facing that facing that barrier or whatever it is. So we use the wood. If you haven't seen the wood,
go watch it.
Go watch the wood, man. Cause we from the wood, but it was a part in the movie where Mike, he really liked Alicia, had a crush. He's coming from a different school. He grabbed her butt because he was dared to do it. He didn't know the consequences and the repercussions behind that. Her brother was like a real dude from the hood, and she's like, I'm gonna get my brother to mess you up. And in that time, they showed him just focusing on the clock. It was May of the third period. If you had periods, third period, he waiting to after school. He just nervous. But when Stacy came, first thing he did was hit Stacy. He just hit him. Stacy did beat him up, but he gained so much respect from that throughout the movie. And that's when we take care of business, you're going to gain so much respect from yourself when you do the things that's not as popular. And when you do the things that need to be done, that self-gratification, unlocking the God in you, and not running from certain situations or things. And so we all working towards that. Devontae mentioned earlier, we're going to give some modalities. We're going to give some skills and provide some things to help you take care of business a little bit better, hopefully.
Yes, and before we do that, we have another sponsorship just to add in there, and that's also brought to you by the Giants Den in collaboration with the Good News, New Black History Makers, and the Ladies Tribe. Are you working all week? Are you putting that work in? Are you handling business? Because if you are, it's time to come and unwind at the Clocked Out Social Soiree, April 29th, 6 p.m. going down in West Hollywood. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com, or you can go click the link in our bio and get you some tickets. The last one we had was amazing. It was definitely beautiful, great energy in the space, a lot of connections made. So we're gonna run that back again April 29th. Be sure to get your tickets again, eventbrite.com, or you can click the link in our bio.
Get your tickets, man. Yeah. I wanted to ask, on this theme of taking care of business, we both have, I would say, fell in love with the process of being in the gym, of working out, of just exerting ourselves, our physical selves in a way, where it's thrilling at this point. But that wasn't always the case for either person. Your journey is unique to you. My journey is unique to me. For the folks that haven't, wasn't able to see your journey, talk about that if you may, because I'm a fan too. Likewise. If you may, and from the perspective of like, how did you start taking care of business to be able to show up consistently as you do now?
Oh man, first off, thank you, and that cuts both ways.
Appreciate
somebody who motivates me. When I see you taking care of your business, you know what I mean? So for myself, man, it really came to where, I wanted my discipline to match my ambitions. I wanted my discipline, my self-discipline to match my belief, or the belief that I thought that I had of myself, right? I think I'm a smart guy. I think I'm worth, a lot, you know what I mean? But I wasn't treating myself as such. If I'm not treating myself like it, then how can I expect anybody else to treat me like it? And that was just my thinking. I worked at a place where, coming up in nonprofit education space, I worked in a development department for a little while. And, oftentimes these big donors will come through. And for these donor events, I would see all the staff scrambling. Oh man, we got to make sure we have this food, and this name tag has to be just perfect right here. Oh, wait, make sure we have somebody downstairs to greet them as they come up. Oh, let's switch these 2 seats. It was like everything. Oh, you're going to say something? We'll come in a week early so we can prep you on what to say in front of these important donors. But they don't treat themselves as important people like that. I saw people showing up so much for other folks who they deemed as important, but they didn't treat themselves like important people, and I wasn't doing the same. So I really wanted to treat myself like the most important person I knew.
That's
I
fire.
rolled out the red carpet for me, and what that started was discipline.
Yeah.
So obviously, I was, and I'm still on my journey, and I think I will be on my journey until I'm not here, or until I can't do it. But the idea of trying to build this level of success and discipline and wanting folks to do business with me and work with me, I knew that it wasn't just about me being overweight. I was 315 pounds, 50% body fat, right? I was still good. I still had the same energy for the most part, at least outwardly.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? But I wanted to display my discipline more than anything else. I wanted to make sure that I knew and that other folks knew that I was investing in myself every day. That then turned into me not really caring about what other folks thought. And it was just like, now it's like a mental health. Now it's for my mental health, my emotional health. And it's just a part of my routine now. And it ultimately, by taking care of that though, I've improved so much in all the areas of my life, from relationship, parenting, business, just my overall confidence. And my health, I went to the doctor the other day and I am great. Doctor said, "Whoa, this is some great cholesterol."
You mean Cheerios?
No, I don't. But yeah, that was a bit about mine, man. Tell me, what about yours, bro? I know that's also something that you have really invested yourself in.
No, man, appreciate that, bro. It's first of all powerful, bro. To see your journey, to be a part of your journey, power in that. For me, it came from the same essence, wanting to be disciplined in the area. I feel like that was something like growing up, I didn't have to be disciplined. Like that wasn't in my environmental makeup, you know what I mean? But it still is no excuse. But I know you have to be disciplined in order to handle business. So I started from where I was familiar with, the gym. But it really wasn't. It was my eating. So I wanted to surround myself in the arena, in the area. Like I wanted to match it. You know what I'm saying? And, naturally that made me want to go at it more because I like the way I'm looking. I like the way I'm feeling. Like you said, it's more of a self-gratification thing.
Yeah.
Like if I take a day off, I don't feel right because now it has developed into my mental health. This is a part of my practice, my daily practice. Like, and then I get to draw inspiration from there too. Like, so it just really changed my mentality in such a way that I didn't even think it could. I don't make I would say bad decisions. I used to eat Jack in the Box every day with a soda, boy.
Yeah.
They're going to McDonald's get some chicken nuggets and
Man.
a McFlurry with a Dr. Pepper. Are you kidding me? Every day? And so for me, it was the discipline, but also understanding like, man, handling your business means being around long enough to see your great grandkids if you're fortunate and blessed enough to have them. And I know that the decisions that I'm making right now have strong implications on that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to physically, I want to be around. I seen too many of my folks tap out early because the doctor told them like, hey, if you continue to go down this route, in 6 months, you will not have your life. Now, I'm not saying you God, but I was in the doctor too stressed. And the lady was like, you could drop dead at any moment. I said, what do I need to do to change? You know what I mean? What are the things I need to do now to handle my business?
Right.
Because I have responsibilities. I want to take this life and this vessel I have and maximize it to the best of my abilities. And I want to be around here. And I want to show God that I deserve to be around this bad boy as long as I could too. And that's the inner me. When I look in the mirror, I understand and see that too. So that journey was inspired from that. Understanding like I didn't handle my business long enough. And sometimes you just get fed up.
Yeah. And when you come from a place again of not handling your business being a thing where nobody's handling their business and everybody's in the survival mode, that plays a huge part of how you go about handling yours. But once we identified, like you said, eating what you was eating, I'm sure that wasn't your first time eating McDonald's. I'm sure it was a lot of McDonald's as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Familiar.
A lot of Jack in the Box as a kid.
Food deserts.
It's like, oh, I identified through an alarm going off in my body that I need to change. Now, when they gave you the results, you could have said like, nah, I ain't doing that. That's literally not taking care of your business. But you said, nah, what you said I need to do, I'm gonna take that and I'm really gonna do it. there's no way, and this is specifically for the men out there. You know, I don't know what it's like to be anybody else. I'm a heterosexual African American man living from Inglewood, California, and I know that taking care of your business is like the number one thing. Is the number one thing that will give you that self-love. Hitting it, like when you talked about the gym and the relationship that you built with yourself over time, it's like, yeah, because you showed up for yourself. When you show up for yourself and you handle those things, again, that confidence is unmatched. I did want us to get into some of the resources that we talked about, sharing out to the people. So again, appreciate y'all tuning in. I was reading this book, and the book is called The Art of Stress-Free Productivity. I don't have my phone. I can't get the author's name, but okay. The book is called the Art of Stress-Free Productivity, and it's great, right? Then I was reading the book because I had working a full-time job, own a business, husband, father, still trying to hit the gym and trying to figure out what else I want to do in my life. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things on the plate, and if you don't take care of them right, things could fall. So I wanted to learn how to like become better at my time management, my organizational skills, things like that. So I was reading the book, found out that they had a workbook to go along with it. And the work, so I got the topics from the workbook that I wanted to share, and we could talk on each topic. But for you listening, if you can write down these topics, and they've been helpful for me. I'm still getting better at using them. But the first one is capture. So it's 6 of them. It's capture, clarify, organize, reflect, and engage. And we can talk about each of them.
Absolutely. Let me drop the so getting things done. The Art of Stress-Free Productivity, David Allen.
There you
go, bro.
David Allen. Appreciate that. Got to do our fact checks out here. And this is also to show y'all that like we are learning. We are students.
Yes.
Like this ain't just made up from what I think or what Danny thinks. But it's really been helpful. The first thing that they talked about was capturing, right? Like what does that mean? So based off of the context that they were providing, it's like you have these open loops in your mind that might be running through your head all day. Oh man, I got to do X, Y, and Z. I got to do this. I got to do that. You can be going to sleep and then you get a thought, and all of a sudden you're like, damn, I forgot to do this thing, or I got to do this thing tomorrow. So with capture, it's about closing the loop, right? As these thoughts and ideas and tasks come through, put them into a place where you just put things, whether that be a Asana, right? Or that be a digital platform, your phone, a notebook, a fish bowl where you write it down on paper and throw it inside. Get it out your head, because the loop is going to be open as long as it's in your head. Now, the one thing about capturing is if you use let's say if you use a to-do list, right? And your to-do list is on your computer. There's no point of putting the to-do list in the computer if you're not by looking there every day. If you're not going to look in there regularly, what's the point?
It's gonna be there.
Right. Find something that works for you. But capturing is really important. So for me, I use a platform called Asana. And then I also, that kind of helps me organize tasks. And I've been learning other things, but that's the one that I'll share, Asana. For you, do you use any like capturing tools?
Yeah, I do. I use Asana. I got really good in my notes. So I had to start, like everyone starts somewhere. So I was like outline my notes, and I would actually go back. Like in the notes, you can't click off those tasks. So my mini tasks, I'll just use the notes. I use Asana as well, as far as and then you put me on the Notion, you know, when it's trying to create, you know, different things like that. And man, just a nip quote. I wrote it down and I followed through. I recently read something that if you write your goals down on paper, it's like a 10 times more success rate or something like that, because you're actually pulling it out. You put it on paper, like it's tangible, like you seeing it, you looking at it, you feeling it. And from that, if you don't mind me, you know, moving forward with the next step, you know, when you've captured it, you want to clarify it. You want to clarify in this, and you want to have concrete steps, actionable steps towards the things that you wrote down. You know, so you break that down in the sense of, okay, I'm just going to use a quick example. If we may, we could just bounce off of it if you cool.
Absolutely.
So I'm just starting in the gym, right? I want to go to the gym right now. I want to go to the gym. I want my arms to look like this. I want my abs to look like this. There's a scientific way you can go about doing this. What are the actionable steps? So when I go in there, I got to use the curl bar 20 times. But I gotta focus. I remember working in the gym with you thinking I'm getting big on back arms. Like, no, you getting the front arms, baby. Like you gotta go, you gotta get the back arm. Like, but those are steps that you write them down. They're concrete, actionable steps that's gonna get you towards that clarity.
If
that goal.
if I could add another example to the same thing.
Yes, sir.
I put my heart out there. You know what I mean? I'll share with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm applying to go back to school. And
congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man. I found a program I'm really interested in. I'm also excited about just making some adventure in my future. There's steps. You want to go back to school, cool, right? But then there's actually like what program do you want to be in?
Mm-hmm.
How much does it cost? How much could you afford? Mm-hmm. What days are classes on? How would you get there? Mm-hmm. I don't need to have all of these questions answered before walking in on first day. But if I'm serious about my goal, it's actually when I list down, let's say the overarching goal is going to school, right? That's the project. Right. I'm sorry, work with me a little bit here, y'all. So if we looked at everything like a project, that means it has a start and an end point, right? Or a project is just a series of different tasks. That's all a project is, right? These tasks could lead to this desired outcome. So to build out the task that's associated with getting bigger arms and abs, or to going to school, or to, taking a vacation, there are tasks that you could do right now, small or big, that'll make it happen. But I think that oftentimes, especially when people aren't serious, they aren't thinking about, it just sounds good. It sounds great. Oh yeah, I'm going to hit the gym. Right. What is your goal?
Be talking.
Right. And what is your goal? You can still be in here without a goal, but you're really going to go to the next level and be able to see what progress is, or see if you're actually achieving what you're looking for when you have a goal.
Yeah.
So from there, I don't know, you want to go over organize, which is the next one. So far we have capture. And again, that is a tool or a place in which you kind of close the loop. All these open loops that's running through your head all day, like we talked about eating a frog, put the frog on the paper. Hey, in the morning, it's your ass.
Write it down.
You know what I'm saying?
Use on the menu.
Now, what do I mean? How do I eat a frog? Oh, man, actually, you got to wash the frog before you eat it.
Yeah.
You got to take the intestines out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to make sure it's digestible. So I just can't eat the frog. Actually, I need to make sure that I do the steps necessary to properly eat the frog, right? And now organize it.
Organize. You want to put everything in the right place. You know what I'm saying? So where's that frog? You know what I mean? Like we use the same analogy and idea of going back to school, right? Or even in the gym. It's that placement. You got to organize these thoughts now, this plan, in order for it to be as successful as you want it to be. I'm learning organization. I think you can't even be successful in disarray, because it's like you just kind of, earlier in the conversation, you just throwing stuff out there hoping that it'll be this thing. But if you organize it, you put it in the right place, you have a placement for it, you'll know then how to go back and identify where said thing is. When you were talking earlier, when we went to school, in grade school, we learned that early. I don't know why we go away from it. When you creating a chart, a bubble chart, they be like, all right, start off with your idea. What you want to do for your science fair? I want to build a volcano. Volcano, circle. Now what you need, a line, little circle. Or I need the baking soda. You make another line. Or I need clay. I need the clay. I need the boom. Right? You know where everything is. You organizing it. You know what it is. You organize it now. You can put your placement on it.
And we don't do those same things. We don't do the. It's funny because, when it comes to this idea of getting things done, you got to have discipline. And when they say when you can't be disciplined, be consistent. But to get things done, for a lot of folks, as me and you are former athletes, right? I'm still, we still athletes.
Yeah,
but we play.
Yeah,
we still get it in. No, but when we actually played organized sports,
right,
we had coaches. And like you said, in grade school or whatever school, we had teachers. Sometimes, I had to realize that there's a discipline that comes from an external that's almost like it's a slippery slope, because it can make you think you got discipline. And then there's discipline that comes from self, which is the one that we're talking about. A teacher could help, hey, do this, do that, do that. and you go ahead and you do them. You can get an A in class. But in life, after school has ended, ain't no do this, and do that. You have to go and recall those lessons that you've learned. A personal trainer or a coach.
Right.
A coach say, hey, after practice, we're doing 20 sprints. But when last time you told yourself you're doing 20 sprints?
Mm-hmm.
So that discipline actually goes out the window for a lot of people when they have freedom of choice. But to be able to look back at things like your teacher showing you this bubble chart, this brainstorming whole concept, when's the last time you did that for your own idea?
Man.
And when we think about writing it down, you know, I've seen people do it. People write things down and they'll write down like, you know, big ass house. You know, a lot of money, happy family.
Yeah, what's that
you know,
mean?
everybody, all the things, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
how many are like building those small lines? Like you said, big circle. How many are building those small lines around big ass house? You know what I mean? Like, what type of loan do you need for this big ass house?
Right.
What type of savings might you need for this big ass house? Or you got the cash. That's what's up.
Hey.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can do that with anything. I want a happy relationship. Now, what does that look like? My bad.
Oh, no,
I just wanted to say this because I know we got about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say this before. Taking care of business also, and right now we only went through capture, clarify, organize, and we got 2 more. Taking care of business also doesn't mean taking care of business based off of only what you think, especially when it comes to relationships. I know a lot of people will come and be like, I'm taking care of the business. I don't know why she tripping. No, you're taking care of the business that you think is important.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure there's more than just bringing in some bread. You feel me? There's also quality time. There's teaching. There's all these other aspects. So I diverge from there. I digress from there because we can go. That's gonna be another show type. Make sure y'all stay tuned in,
please,
and we can keep it rolling. So far we got capture, which is having a place to close these loops. Where you writing this stuff down at? Where you keeping them, and making sure that you get there regularly. Also clarify what specifically SMART goals is something that you can look into. SMART goals, when we say clarify. That means specific, measurable, actionable, some with an R and some with a T. No, I'm just kidding with you. Make sure y'all check out. Timely is the last one, and I forget the R, but SMART goals.
Review.
SMART goals. You'll see it as soon as you type it in Google.
The show is over.
Yeah, let's go through and then organize. Organize as well, right? So, in which way are we actually putting together a district? It doesn't have to be this super detailed NBA level strategy. It can literally be whatever medium you're using, but organizing these things.
Absolutely.
And then we have 2 more.
We have review.
Yep. Reflect and review. Yep.
So reflect. You know, going over those goals, I just want to really quickly, because it hit so close to home when you were talking about applying to school. When I originally thought about applying to grad school, I'm like, damn, this is work. This is work. You can't just put grad school in the middle and just it had the expectation that somebody was going to do it for you. I had to reach out to mentors. I had to get letters of recommendations. That means I got to get back into the network. I got to write a sample letter. I ain't wrote, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to go back and read, but that take revision. I wrote that thing maybe like 10 times. You know, so we talk about review and reflect. Reflecting on all of those goals. Okay, boom. So first, now I organize everything. Now the reflection happens. Now, because I'm still putting the work in, I'm reflecting on, okay, in this bracket here, I reached out to the advisors. I reached out to my mentors is gonna write me letters of recommendation. They still got to turn it in, so I got to make sure they good.
Yep.
I got to make sure that I'm on the schedule because, like you said, these are theming projects. Not only I got to write this, but I gotta make time to write it because I got other things going on. So I got to make sure that window that I created for myself, that I'm dedicated to that window. And if that window is 10 p.m. to 12 a.m., I'm productive in writing in there. I'm making sure that I'm on it because I can go back and review and reflect on those goals that I had, and that it makes it more tangible because then you eliminate and alleviate excuses for yourself.
Word up.
It'll keep you on handling your business. Hey, you wrote this shit down.
Word up.
You wrote this window. Obviously,
Big
it was some
homie
time
talk.
there. It was some time there. What you gonna do in that time in that space? You sleepy? Gracie had you running around. You play basketball with his ass. You could have told him to sit at no, but you wrote that time out for yourself.
These are your goals.
These are your goals.
These ain't nobody else's goals.
Come on.
These are your goals. You can't complain about the price you got to pay when you at the checkout line after you done already picked all the shit up.
Come on.
That's a band, brother. Yo, this the price it is.
Bar.
You know what I mean? The last thing is engage. It's great to do planning. Some people, especially in our generation, it's a whole lot of like, oh, one day maybe, yes, I don't know, I'm just let it come to me, or I got this great idea. Where that action at? Big homie talk. Where that action at?
Man.
Because at the end of the day, time is gonna show who was taking care of business and who was talking, or who was not doing nothing, or who weren't engaging. So this last piece is engage. No matter what plan, it's great to have the plan in action. You should have that. You should have some perspective, but engaging in the activities, for one, to be the number one teacher, because experience comes through engaging. So once you have these things captured, written down, you know, they're all organized, you're reflecting on them, you have clarity around what needs to be done, do them.
And get to the important stuff. Real quick, man. We got a little to get to the important stuff, man. I'm looking for new employment. So I'm doing applications or whatever. And then my lady, she ain't doing nothing. And it was just me. She looking at me and I feel like, wait, why are you looking at me like that? Because I knew I didn't get to the important stuff that I was supposed to be getting to right then and there. So and she just happened to be the one in the room. But I'm looking around, I'm like, bro, it's you. Get to the important stuff. So when the important stuff got done, that anxiety minimized, and I felt better about myself. So half the time it be you. So when it come to handling business, handle that business. Get to the important stuff. Take these steps down. Listen to these gems, or perceivably gems, however you take them. You know what I'm saying? Take how you take it, but you got to handle that business.
And I would say I'm happy, and they've been working for me. So if you looking for some things that could possibly better you, this is proven. These are facts. This ain't no hypothetically speaking. Check me out on Instagram,
100%.
dgreen_still_own_purpose. You feel me? Also follow us at the Giants Den as well. And we'll be back again next Monday, 7:30, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in.
These commercials.
And the system gonna disconnect.
Yeah.
StreamYard, Go Yard. I ain't got no money to afford Go Yard. I'm just playing. I had a yard sale.